Real Madrid need to sign a new right back in the upcoming windows, and it has to be one of the top priorities at the club because we've been neglecting that position for a while now. And with the injury crisis that we have going on, you see that it's finally caught up to us this season. Danny Carvajal got injured against Villarreal. He suffered a serious injury, and he's done for the season. So now what are the club going to do? Because we got to play Lucas Vazquez at right back for a majority of our games. And we all know that Lucas Vazquez is a right midfielder / right winger that's being forced to play right back because Florentino Perez and the board never thought to buy an adequate backup for Danny Carvajal. And with the injury that he suffered, because Carvajal's injury is very serious, and if you want to factor in his age as well, I think his days of being the undisputed right back starter week in, week out at Real Madrid, those days are over. When Danny Carvajal comes back from injury, he's going to have to be a squad player coming off the bench, starting some games here and there. But Madrid needs to go into the market and be very aggressive and get the best right back available. Now, we're going to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold because I believe he will end up joining Real Madrid after this season. I know some people are not that sure about him, right? There's other names that are being thrown around as well, like a Jeremy Frimpong. I'm seeing some people talk about Hakimi, right? Pedro Porro from Tottenham. But in my opinion, Trent Alexander-Arnold is the chosen one. He is on form, the best right back in Europe right now. And I know a lot of people like to talk about his defensive capabilities and they think he's not that good. This season, Trent has been very good defensively. Arne Slot has transformed him. And whether you rate him or not, at the time of this video being recorded, Trent has still not extended his contract with Liverpool. And I believe the possibility of signing him on a free is what makes him at the top of Real Madrid's transfer list. Because just like Kylian Mbappe, right, you do want to sign these star players without having to pay their club a fee for them. Now, ideally, and what I would like is for us to go get a deal done in January. I know Liverpool are flying at the moment. They're sitting top of the Premier League. I think they're top of the Champions League table as well. And they have a lot of good things going on for them, right? Arne Slot's come in, and I think that he's done a fantastic job with how he's been able to get this Liverpool team cooking like this. But if this guy still has not signed a new deal come January, I think the club must do everything that they can to sign him, because I'm pretty sure that Liverpool would rather get some kind of money for him than risk losing him for nothing. And I think Trent, 26 years old, he also has the ambition to come to a club like this. Trent said that one of his goals is to win a Ballon d'Or. You're not going to win that at Liverpool. Look at Danny Carvajal, just had an amazing season, and as a right back, was one of the finalists to win the Ballon d'Or. If Trent can come into La Liga and perform the same way that he has for Liverpool in terms of with the set pieces, the corners, right? I'm talking about with his crosses, scoring goals, playing well defensively, Trent could find himself in that Ballon d'Or conversation. You could end up coming to a much bigger club, winning all these trophies, La Ligas, Champions Leagues. Because let's be real, even though Liverpool are playing well at the moment, I still don't rate them. I don't believe that Liverpool have a bright future. And it's nothing to do with them as a club. It's more so their ownership. FSG do not have ambition. Last summer, they replaced one of their greatest managers ever in Arne Slot, and they did not back him. They did not give him any new signings aside from Chiesa. And I know that right now it's working, but I think if you're Trent, you're 26 years old, you still have some of the best years of your career ahead of you. Why the hell would you want to trust your future with this unambitious Liverpool board? We know Liverpool do not care in terms of their owners. They have no ambition. They barely backed Jurgen Klopp. You think they're going to go out there and spend a lot of money with Arne Slot to maintain this level? Look at what Klopp won over the last 9 years. He worked miracles at Liverpool. All the players that you see are world class for them now is because of Klopp. Salah, Trent, right? Van Dijk, Andy Robertson. How many players did Klopp have that were just average or just okay rated players, and then he brought them up another level? I know Van Dijk cost a lot of money, but he was at Southampton. Alisson also was a big money signing. He was at Roma. He was not regarded as highly as he is right now. Do you guys really trust Klopp? Not Klopp. Do you guys really trust Slot, to be able to work the same kind of miracles that Jurgen Klopp did? Because, yes, Slot is doing a good job, but he's inheriting Klopp's team. If you're Trent, you got to come to Real Madrid. I think a lot of people forget, over the summer, after the Euros ended, Trent was on vacation in Los Angeles, America, with Jude and other Real Madrid players. Fans were reporting that they saw Trent at nightclubs and at the amusement parks with Real Madrid players. Trent was signing Real Madrid kits. There's a reason why he's not extended his contract yet. Actions speak louder than words. You cannot tell me that Liverpool have not been offering this man new contracts for at least 2 years now. What club wants their star player to only have less than a year left on their deal? No club operates like that. But Liverpool fans will have you believe that that's how they operate. No club wants to possibly lose a player like Trent for nothing. So he has been rejecting new contracts. And if it comes down to January, I know that a deal is going to be unlikely. But you must try and get that deal done. Because if you do let him stay at Liverpool, there is a chance that he signs a new deal. Right? That's not out of the question. And I don't want to risk it. Because I believe Trent fits the profile. Star player, has already won a lot of trophies. He's proven himself. And I think this is just a step up in his career. And any Liverpool fan that would be mad at him for coming to Real Madrid, you're crazy. It's not like he's joining another team in the Prem. I think this is the only club, if you're Trent, you leave Liverpool for. You have the chance to come in and be the starting right back at Real Madrid for the next 5 years. Do you really want to blow that opportunity to stay at Liverpool? Jude Bellingham's your best friend. We all know how much these guys love each other. You see what's life like at Real Madrid for him. I know my guy Jude on international break is recruiting him. I know that they talk on WhatsApp and they, and I know Trent is asking him, yo, what's it like at Real Madrid? Yo, what was it like when this happened? What was it like with this? Oh, what's it like playing with Vinicius? Oh, being at the Bernabéu. I'm telling you guys right now, chat. Trent wants to come to Real Madrid. And I think he needs to be the priority signing at right back. Now, if this guy does end up signing a new deal, then fair enough, right? You don't go in for him because he'll cost way too much money. But with his contract situation running out, I think he is the clear favorite. And I do believe he is the best right back right now on the market. If you want to talk about Hakimi, right? We all know he's from Real Madrid's academy. We loaned him to Dortmund. Then he went to Inter. Now he's at PSG. Do you really think PSG and Real Madrid are going to be doing any kind of business together? We know that PSG hate Madrid. That Mbappe deal has definitely left a sour taste in their mouth. We're not taking any players off of PSG unless their contracts are running down. That club will not sell to us unless they're ripping us off. So a deal for Hakimi is practically impossible. Jeremy Frimpong, he's at Leverkusen with Xabi Alonso, right? There's the Xabi Alonso links. Maybe he ends up coming into the club and he wants Jeremy Frimpong. But Frimpong, to me, is awful at defending. He's not even a right back. Frimpong, in my opinion, is a right winger that plays as a wing back because Xabi Alonso runs a 3 at the back. But Jeremy Frimpong, for me, is not all that good. Pedro Porro at Tottenham, you think you're going to be able to get a deal done easily with Daniel Levy? Pedro Porro is a good player. And he's Spanish as well, so that does help his case. But he's not better than Trent. More than likely, a deal for Trent isn't going to happen until the summer. But if this guy's contract is still not extended come January, you have to try and get that deal done. You must. Because our season is contingent on us making signings in the winter market. Because we have all these injuries right now, and we still have a lot of games coming up. There's so many competitions that we're going to be playing in. And if we want to have a chance of winning any of them in the second half, if we want to go deep in these competitions, the Champions League, if you still want to be involved in La Liga, the Copa del Rey, don't forget the Club World Cup is also coming in the summer as well. Trent is the player that you have to bring in. This is a Galactico level signing. He has the CV, and I think he'll fit right into La Liga as well. But this guy, on form, is the best right back in the world at the moment. And I just think if he wanted to stay at Liverpool, he would have signed a new contract by now. Anybody that wants to get in the comment section and argue my logic in terms of I don't believe Liverpool have ambition, then fair enough. You guys want to talk about what's happening right now. I'm talking about the future. Salah still hasn't signed a new deal. Van Dijk still hasn't signed a new deal. These guys may all be leaving. And you cannot trust FSG to go out there and spend the money that's required to replace them. Liverpool are a sell to buy club. That's how they generally operate. Every time they spend a lot of money, players have left. If you're Trent, do you trust your future with them? You've already won everything that there is to win at Liverpool. Show some ambition. That's all that I'm saying. And again, if this is a deal that looks possible in January, the club have to get this move done. But it is going to be hard though, right? Because if you're Trent, you don't want to force a transfer because then you don't want to ruin your legacy at Liverpool by doing that. And if they are still top of the table come the January window, he may find himself in a real peculiar predicament. But we just have to see. Does he have the ambition to leave or not? FSG are the biggest problem at Liverpool. If they had better owners, I would tell you right now, I don't think Trent's going anywhere. But I believe there's a reason why he's not extended his deal yet and why he's running it down. I thought Liverpool should have sold him last summer. Because now the money that you could have got last summer, right? Liverpool could have probably got $50 million for him in the summer. Now in January, if he still does not sign a new deal, you're not going to get a lot of money for him. Because people could sign him for free in 4 months. So you kind of put yourself between a rock and a hard place. But telling you guys, Trent talked to the Real Madrid players, was on vacation with them after the Euros. I think he does fancy himself to come to the Bernabéu and be the right back for Real Madrid moving forward. He is my first priority, and I believe that he's the club's priority as well. This deal just makes way too much sense. But who knows? Get in the comment section, right? Maybe you guys don't like Trent. We've talked about him a couple of times, and people tell me, nah, go get somebody else, Pedro Porro, or any of the other guys that we might have brought up. But I just think Trent checks off all the boxes. And I think this season, with him being the best right back in the world, it just makes sense. But there is still a possibility that he does extend his deal at Liverpool. So nothing's done. And I know that the club would like to get this deal done in January, but the odds are it may have to be a summer move. But we got to see what's going on once the winter window opens because we need to spend money. We must. All these defensive injuries, and with all these games left, we're going to get more. And we did not spend any money in the summer. So even if you have to overpay for Trent in January, even if you have to give them 50 or 45 million, you do it. You do it because that's how you save us in the second half of the season. But as I said, man, get in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this deal possibly happening, right? And let me know what other right backs you guys like. At the time being, we got to rely on Vasquez when he comes back from injury. And we also got to rely on maybe Jesus Fortia, the kid from the academy. But we all know that Carlo Ancelotti does not really trust youngsters. So the odds of him getting a lot of minutes, despite all the reports of how good he is very slim. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm out.